Hi friends, it's Vic and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Very happy that you're here. So welcome to the first official video for Draftcember. I'm not gonna lie, she wasn't exactly how I wanted to go. I was hoping we would start out like really strong for the first week. We didn't, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm giving myself grace, and I said that when I first started the challenge, just like, hey, if I for some reason can't do a chapter every day, that's fine. Try to make it up. I'm still trying to make it challenging, but we're just trying to get the first draft done. So I'm not trying to guilt myself. I'm just trying to make some progress. It is what it is. But so I'm coming at you at the end of the week, so I can kind of like begin the video with how it kind of went and give you like a little narrative of everything. There are some days that I didn't record a little writing montage. There are some days I did. In the question, like the days in particular, there's only 2 days, and we'll get into that. I'll probably also do that because I'm probably going to want to try and take like write when I can find time, and sometimes I'm not going to want to record like fully. So it is what it is. Let's go ahead and talk about what I've been able to get done so far and what happened, why I kind of got sidetracked. So let's go ahead and start with December 2nd. Hello. It is officially December 2nd, and I've got chapter 10 already pulled up. I've got me some tea because, again, that's just a way that I get into the zone. Gotta love it. I am trying to hold off on my dog. They have a Christmas toy that I got from Home Goods, and he loves it. But he was squeaking a lot, so it's like I'm trying to do my talking portion before I let him out. I'm doing like a fast forward moment where instead of directly picking up where the last chapter left off, we're going to kind of like skyrocket a little bit, maybe do a little bit of a flashback going back to the meeting or like the informal interview she just had. It's okay, Thor. It's okay. And just to kind of keep the story moving, and so I don't try to stay on one point too long. Again, I don't know. We'll see how this will all progress, but that's kind of where my mindset is right now about it. It's 8:04, so I don't have that much time, but the point is I kind of know where I'm trying to write to, right? Like trying to get to like 4 to 6 pages. So I'm going to get into writing because I do want to try and go to bed at a reasonable time tonight, and I want to get some progress done. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. We did pretty decent. I am going to add on some time tomorrow when I'm working on chapter 11. Finish this up because I am halfway through page 3. I've written 931 words, so that's great. But I would like to ideally get to about page 5, page 6. I want to get to a natural, like, okay, this is essentially where the story is going to be for this chapter. I can leave it because then I can come back and I'm just adding to it to make it feel good and more fleshed out. So I'm going to come back to this tomorrow, and then I'll move into chapter 11. Hopefully I don't do that too much. Like I want it to be like, oh, I finished a full chapter a day. But then, it goes back to, say I didn't get to write a chapter at all today. Well, then I was going to try and make it up the next day, so it's like not hard rules to trying to write a chapter every day in this little Draftcember challenge I'm doing. I'm just happy, like, I did 931 words. Let's go. That is something. It's not my favorite chapter. And like, it's because like, you know, this is where I've got to start building the build up. Like I want a little bit of yearning. I want that slow burn to cook. And slow burns take time. And like when you want your characters to like, just kiss already. And they can't. So that, it's okay. It's okay. But I feel good. Regardless, progress is progress. We're happy about it. So as you saw previous me say, in December 2nd, I was able to get up to 3 pages for chapter 11, and I wrote 931 words. So pretty decent, not bad at all, very happy about it. And then the following day, Wednesday, December 3rd, I finished chapter 11. So I was really proud about that. I actually got 6 pages done for that. And then I ended up writing 2,149 words for chapter 11. So we're pretty excited about that. And it's so funny because I got into such a zone. When I was writing chapter 11, because obviously I needed to write the next chapter as well. I was making up chapter 11, and then I had to write chapter 12. And we wrote chapter 12. I stayed up till like maybe 1 or 2. I was just so in a zone. I'm like, oh my gosh, I see it right now. I gotta get it down. I'm not 100% sold on how I left it. I ended at a place where I'm like, at the moment, my main male character, he's being painted like he's got no problems, and that's not the case at all. He has some problems, but they're not like really his problems, and I need to kind of make him a little flawed because, nobody wants to root for somebody who's just perfect, right? Because we're human. And so I've got to figure out what his personal problem is. I still want him to be a nice guy. And I think I've talked about this a little bit before, maybe a month or 2 ago. I want him to be an enjoyable character because I enjoy him overall. Because, nobody wants to root for somebody who's just perfect, right? Because we're human. I think I will say, like, as I get to know my characters more throughout writing their lives and their stories, I think I also need to like really, because like obviously I came up with their background, their profiles, and I think I need to spend some more time with my main male character. I feel like I need to get to the crux of it. And in chapter 12, we came to find out this huge family problem that he didn't know that he had. But I think if we're going to enter that, I need to make it a little bit more layered to make it make sense to add in this huge family plot. They're going to go visit his family later on in the book. So it's like, I do want to introduce this, but at the same time, I don't want to add too much like trauma. I want to add enough of a problem that's realistic, but he's not going through anything traumatic, you know? Like, I also want to keep in mind that I'm writing a rom-com, and I wanted to, not saying that rom-coms can't have like really, really deep feelings. They definitely can. It's just those deep feelings I don't want to be associated with his family, what they are going on with. So I got to figure out how to properly meld that and get that back on track. So chapter 12 is definitely going to need some revision, but regardless, I was still in the zone. I kind of liked where we were going. I came up with this really cool kind of idea, and it needs more work, but I think it's so cute. I came up with this like clothing speakeasy kind of store, and I actually need to look up and see if people actually have that. They probably do, but I've never actually specifically heard of it. I just kind of thought about it. I'm like, oh my god, that would be super, super cool. The owner is like, he loves London. He loves English culture. And so like the biggest thing is like my main male character steps in and he's like, why do I feel like I just stepped into Bridgerton? What's happening? This feels like a tea shop. And then she's like, like talking to the owner, and she's like, just wait. They go to the bookshelf, they pull back a book, and I may need to make it more clothing specific because they're in a clothing store, but they pull back a book currently. And boom, opens up this huge, like, I guess, like, emporium of men's clothing. And we're like, what? So cool. Very exclusive. Love it. Like, she's got the connections because she's a pro in her industry and she knows to know. Definitely going to keep that aspect because I love that. And like she builds these relationships with the people that she works with. Not only does she continue to work with them and bring them business, like they have a good rapport. And I think there's just like that right there, that just seems so good. I love that. I love that. I know, a small thing. Anyways, but chapter 12. So as you can see, I got into a good zone. I'm like, I just kept tapping. So we got to chapter 12. We finished it at 7 pages. I was like, oh, we're higher than my minimum. We love that. And I wrote 2,602 words. So that's really exciting. And then for the next 4 days, I proceeded to not write anything. Yeah, so December, technically I did write on Thursday morning because it was like 1 a.m., but I'm not really going to count that. So December 4th through December 7th, I didn't write anything. Right after I finished filming, I'm actually going to pick up because today is December 8th. I'm not going to write 5 chapters in one day. That's not feasible. I'm going to try and write 2 chapters today, try to write 2 chapters tomorrow, maybe 3. Like, I think the main point would be to be 2. I think that would be a good, like, okay, I think we can do it. And then tomorrow we'll see. Like, today's workday was very light. So I have more energy, but tomorrow I have to go into the office, and that's going to be a whole thing because we're doing like a holiday party at work, and I have to be there, I think, till like 3 or 4, but like I'm going to be rushing home because my dog is going to need to be let out. So there's going to be a lot going on mentally tomorrow. So I may not start working until like 6 or 7, and I don't think I can stay up late tomorrow, so we will see. But I'm just going to try and equally distribute it over the next couple of days, kind of get back up to where I need to be. But regardless, I'm pretty proud of myself for writing what I have written so far, because that is more progress than I have done in this past year. Like, I think this, like, for example, the past 6 months, I feel like I've been writing like a chapter or 2 chapters like every couple of weeks or every week. Like not every week, actually. It just wasn't as much. And so just doing like a chapter and a half in a day, I was so proud of myself. I'm like, oh my God, to like see this right here, like, because 2,602 plus 2,149. Ooh, fast math. I should have calculated this before. I was an English major, not a math major, so bear with me. I believe that should be 4,751 words written in 2 days. And to me, that is a huge accomplishment because that's just more than what I've been able to do in a very, very long time since becoming, a 9-to-5 girl and an adult with a lot of other priorities. I'm excited to see what I continue to do and how I can make up these chapters. Again, we have till the end of December. So ideally I will be done by December 31st midnight. Could potentially do like throughout the day, but with New Year's, like I'm not gonna most likely be in the mindset to write. I'm probably just gonna want to enjoy my day. So we'll see. My fellow writer friends, let me know where you are with your stories. If you're on a pause, if you've got a lot more to go, if you're doing like a certain challenge, or if you're just writing, like you don't need a challenge. Personally, I am liking doing the challenge to kind of help them with the momentum. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this by then. Like I gotta do it by the end of the year. So that's my momentum that's keeping me pushing. Thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you taking the time to be here with me. Your support means so much. I love connecting with you guys, especially in the comments. It feels like we're just a part of this big writers, like big virtual writing group. And I'm obsessed with it. I love this community. I love what I'm doing here. It keeps me accountable. Hopefully it keeps you accountable. Like, if you feel like you can write with me, like I feel like it's so motivating. Anyways, okay. As always, drop a brown heart in the comments, letting me know you made it this far and are here and ready to be a part of the Brown Hearts Club. Currently, that's just something I'm going to be saying. I have no idea what we're going to do with it so far, but we're here with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.